Jay here for Stretford Paddock. That is the legend that is Andy Tate. Manchester United getting a point away at Anfield. Andy, going into the game, there was a lot of negativity. A lot of people were worried. A lot of people were concerned that this could be not just a loss, but a heavy loss. But United walk away from Anfield with a point. How do you feel about that?
Well, video killed the radio star. I listened to it on the radio.
Okay.
Old school, 80s, 90s, before the world of football we have now. And it sounded on the radio like it was backs against the wall, but as it, like you say, you check on the socials, I think United did well and stood the ground, executed Order 66. Wasn't exactly a wipeout, but we'd done a job, and a really good defensive job. And all I can say is I'm satisfied with the defensive performance. To naff him off is kind of gives me a grin after what Van Dijk says. One title in 33 years, like Keno says. Typical Scouse irony, considering they played the same way at Man City about a month ago.
Yeah.
So what goes around comes around, and if you're champions, if you want to be champions, you've got to put teams away, and Liverpool are just not championship material.
Well, I hope you're right. But they can moan all they want, Liverpool, and they can say that United did this, that and the other, but I don't know if it picks it up on the radio. How many clear-cut chances did Liverpool have? How many times did Andre Onana make a very good save? He made saves that I'd expect him to make. He made saves that I could make. I mean, Liverpool, for all their possession, for all their sort of, creativity in our final third or whatever, didn't create that many good chances against us. So I feel like the moaning, but they might not have been moaning about themselves more than anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they attacked the Kop first half, which is, it's not fair, that is it, it's not fair. As Scousers would say, it's not fair. And you got to put them away. So you say, shut up shot, pat the actual team bus on the pitch, and we've done a job. And like you say, Onana played well. It was a clear header from first half, and he saved it, pushed it over.
Van Dijk headed Van Dijk. But even then, you're right, it was a good header, but it was sort of directly above him, so I expect him to save that. But he did save what he had to save, which we've seen it times this season when it hasn't always happened. A lot of the talk is centred around Mainoo. I don't know if that picks you...
Brilliant, that picks you up on the radio.
Because that performance from an 18-year-old was unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable, like you say, a great atmosphere, and Liverpool is a great atmosphere, crowd-wise, and Mainoo just took it on board and brushed it off.
Yeah.
Brilliant performance from the lad. I think Onana, I would say Varane as well, Luke Shaw, but Mainoo, like a duck to water.
Yeah.
He just revelled in it like he played it in Galatasaray. He played against what was it? When his debut came on, I think it was against, I can't remember, but that sort of performance. Everton, yeah. The Everton performance, brilliant. Everton performance, the clearance off the line. And let me say, sometimes you've got to take him in, take him out. And like you say, the play, this will now, this is a ground base to launch from, to do something. It's just, like I say, play defensively. Mainoo, brilliant as well. Play defensively like this, but it's the midfield and the front forward. It's just trying to solve that puzzle and get the connectors all together. And you got something functional. You got a circuit board or something. You can actually connect. And the second half, we had two good chances and some better finishing. Might have been John O'Shea type at last minute.
That's a good point now, because it was almost a smash and grab, wasn't it? Rasmus Højlund threw on goal. Alisson Becker came out pretty quickly, made it difficult for him. For me, I said at the time, he should have really picked a spot rather than hit it straight at keeper. We also had one late on where Marcus fizzed the ball across the box. It almost felt like someone was just going to get a touch on it, and if it did get a touch, it would have been a goal. I mean, tactically, from Erik ten Hag, that was probably the right approach, do you feel? For me, I do, but what do you think going into that game? Because I feel like if we'd have just gone all gung-ho, we wouldn't have got anything out of that.
I think that was sort of like really reminiscent of one of his days at Ajax in the Champions League.
Okay.
Like you say, when he guided them to a semi-final, like they'd done Real Madrid, they'd done Juventus as well. So I felt like a tactical away performance in the Champions League, and it was really well worked and well drilled. And then, like I say, it's just the rest of it. It needs to form, and it was well worked and well done. And it's first time we've got a draw this. Well, we're off on the draw board, so...
Yeah, that record of, I think, we're still waiting for the win against the top 8 or 9 or whatever it is. But I think it was 1 draw and the rest were all losses. So it is a positive result, a positive point. I want to ask you a little bit about the midfield, because you mentioned Mainoo, you've got Amrabat in there, you've got McTominay. Bruno was obviously out today. I expect him to come back in. I think we've got West Ham next. What do you do with your 8 tonight? Do you see him changing it in terms of Bruno comes in and Mainoo goes out, or Bruno comes in and he goes on the right? What do you think he's going to do?
Maybe stay with it because Bruno's not been firing.
So would you, if he did that, if he said, right, Bruno's not getting his place back, would you be okay with that as a fan?
I'd be okay with it. I would be okay with it because next week it's going to London, 12:30 kick-off. Like you say, 1 game a week now. Prepare for it, learn it, and just be ready for it and see what you do on the day. So, I won't be surprised if he keeps that same side. Maybe chop changing too many times. Like I say, keep Varane in the back 4 as well now. Try and keep a steady back 4 over Christmas. Maguire, don't know how long he's going to be out for. Luke Shaw came back today, which is a godsend as well.
Yeah.
And
one of his better games against
one of his
Liverpool
better
today.
games, and some maybe better finishing, better passing, and actually feed Hoyland, feed the poor lad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How are you going to score if you can't get fed?
I feel sorry for him because even like today when he had that one chance, and you know you could argue he could have done a bit better, but he is feeding off scraps. He is. So when that happens, you're likely to snatch at things because you're not getting that service. We were talking before the game started, and part of the watch along, there's a stat. I think he's had fewer passes to him than any striker in the Premier League, which for a team that are top end of the table, I know we're not right at the top, we're in the top half. It's not good enough, is it?
It's a pittance when you've got 18 league goals all season.
Yeah.
So it is a pittance, and that has to be really worked on. Maybe better coaching methods. Like I say, you've got 1 game a week now. Learn your opponents. Know when to rest, know when to train. Stop bitching, stop moaning. Stop the leaks. United front. Like you say, that's all I want to see. And we won't be like this. You know, the fan base won't be like this because we were dreading it today. And this is satisfying. It's not a win. It's not a celebration. It's just satisfying.
Yeah.
Maybe with a bit of humour, it's a bit of banter. To naff the Scousers off. I take some enjoyment in that. I really do. It's not fair. It's just not fair. And I'll be Christmas wrapping tonight with 2-pack and Biggie on. So I can have a good Sunday night. West Side. So I'm happy.
Andy, there's never a dull moment when me and you sit down after a game, and it's nice to sit down with you after a positive result. I know it's not a win, but it is a positive result because we've been through the mill a little bit lately when we've been reviewing some games and some losses, and I just hope you're right. I hope we use this sort of little, not break, but we've got a few days now. We've got a week before the next game.
I just want to say thanks for the abuse this week. Really got me going. Really made me happy, satisfied, and thanks for the wishes as well. The good wishes as well. So
let's not.
Hate me, guys. It's your choice.
Let's not be too negative. There's a lot of people showing you love on this channel as well. You know that better than anyone. So yeah, go and check out Andy Tate on his socials. You know where to find him. He's all over the Instagram, making us laugh. We'll be back. We've got more reviews. We've got Stephen Howson. You got the review that me and Joe did. We're back tomorrow as well with the Paddock podcast. And make sure, and the news in the morning. Make sure you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. That's been a legend. That is Andy Tate. I'm Jay Moy. Thanks for watching.
It's not fair.